Hi everyone!
Hello.
Welcome back to Lost on the Couch. I'm David.
I'm Audrey.
I'm Zola.
I'm Hassan.
And today we're here to watch Lost Season 3, Episode 8, entitled Flashes Before Your Eyes. Last week we watched, well actually it was 2 weeks ago. It's been 2 weeks. These guys probably forgot everything that happened.
Everything.
I will say that Hassan mentioned that one of the episodes we watched last week, one of the episodes we watched last week was his favorite of the entire series so far.
Yes.
Which one was that?
Oh, you forgot your favorite?
100.
I think it was episode
I don't
6.
even remember.
It was episode 6, yes. Why was it your favorite, Hassan?
Dude. This is bad for the footage.
This is
We
why,
need to
this
jog
is
the memory.
why
What
we
happened
get into
last
it.
episode?
What happened last episode? I almost prepared a quiz because I knew that they would have forgotten things.
Are you sure we're on episode 8?
Yeah, we are.
Bad side. What happened last episode? What was the title of episode 7?
Episode 6 was entitled I Do. Episode 7 was entitled Not in Portland.
Oh, it's about
Oh.
Julie.
Juliet.
Oh,
It was the first other
Juliet.
story we saw.
Yeah.
where her ex-husband got
Gets
hit
hit
by
by
a
a
bus.
bus.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we were talking about they were probably because Ethan was in it.
Mm-hmm. We were
It's
talking
like
about
the
there was like probably
scientist.
the
Outside of the island, that's right.
Yes, they were trying to recruit her for something that wasn't quite in
I
Portland.
still can't remember why episode 6 was my favorite episode.
It's the episode where like they're doing the surgery, they try to escape.
Jack is like
Oh,
controls-
yes.
controls
yeah,
the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He cuts his kidney or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
you have an hour.
1 hour.
or he dies.
And then they had to take a boat off the island because
Yeah.
then Jack finally learned that it was 2 islands and not one.
Yes, and who went with them on the boat?
Julie.
Carl.
Carl.
Which all I can picture is the guy we met last
They should
night.
ditch.
Yeah.
And I was like, those two don't fit.
I know, very
It's
different
funny.
Carls. There's also Carl on The Walking Dead, if you've ever seen The Walking Dead.
No.
I know Carl's Jr.
There is Carl Carl Jr. Juliet's story, who was she? Why was her ex-husband interested in her work?
Because it was helping her sister become pregnant.
Yes, help her become pregnant.
Infertile women. It was helping infertile women,
Yeah.
becoming fertile.
Okay, and
Right?
she
It was
she successfully did what to her mouse?
A male mouse. She successfully impregnated a male mouse, but it
Yes, she
didn't
did.
carry to term.
But it didn't carry to term. That's true. One of the things we
Schwarzenegger
didn't
movie.
talk about last week about that episode was when they went to rescue Carl. What was going on?
Some weird brainwashing.
Yeah. With like the video and the weird phrases and the loud music and
The drugs?
yeah, he was like stuck to a chair.
Yep.
That was
He
crazy.
was watching it. Did you catch anything that was in that movie? In that video that
I
they were?
did, but
Something
now I
about
don't remember
peace.
anything.
We are the causes of our own suffering.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't there
God
something
loves
about God?
God
Yeah.
loves you as he loved Jacob.
What did Jacob do?
Jacob in the story was the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. So he was like, he had 12 sons. And the story of Joseph and all that come from that too. But Jacob and Esau were the two rivaling brothers.
Actually
And then they
don't
had
think I ever
like
heard
they
that.
had like a rivalry throughout.
Jacob and who?
Esau.
I see.
They had a rivalry throughout the Old Testament during their lives. Somebody else said Jacob in season 3, episode 6. Remember that? Danny was trying to go kill Sawyer, and he said Shepard wasn't even on Jacob's list. We talked about that last
Who's
time.
Shepard?
Shepard, Jack Shepard.
Oh, yeah.
Little side nugget.
Oh,
And then
weird.
a lot's going on. We saw this weird dude recruiting Juliet. What about at the other side of the island? Sorry, not the other island. Desmond's there. Locke's there. What's going on with Desmond?
Desmond's got this weird deja vu thing.
He's got a weird deja vu thing going on.
Clairvoyance.
Yes, and what did he do? Like how?
Made a lightning pole.
Yeah, he made a lightning pole.
Predicted the rain.
Did he?
Over
Maybe.
Yeah.
over the baby or whatever, Claire's baby thing.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Predictions for this episode: flashes before your eyes.
I'm like, your life flashes.
Yeah,
before?
that's what I was thinking.
What was the last thing going on with John Locke?
You remember they echo. They're in
Yeah.
the middle, and he knows where he's going because he looked at Echo's stick and it said, "Turn your eyes and look north."
Oh.
And he's on his way. He's trying to help and save the people who are now captured with the others.
I wonder if it's gonna be like John Locke and the black smoke stuff with the like life flashing before your eyes.
Oh, interesting.
Like what happened with
Interesting.
Echo.
I like that. And then also, when I saw Flash Before Eyes, I was thinking of Carl in that room, like stuff flashing before his eyes.
Oh.
I remember thinking that as well.
Maybe we'll hear more about what happened to him. Because he's barely talked.
Except to Sawyer, yeah. All right, cool. We're gonna get into it. It's a great episode. Season 3 just keeps on going. Season 3, episode 8.
Let's do it.
It's
Crazy.
Dude, I don't know about this. He'd want us to ransack his tent and take his stash? Yeah, that sounds exactly like Sawyer.
Well, we stole all this in the first place. I mean, people need food. They need shocking amounts of pornography. Charlie, I need you to come with me. Both of you. Echo is dead. How did he die? The island killed him. What do you mean the island killed him? You know what it means.
Dude, you okay? What's wrong with Desmond?
Desmond's a marathon runner. Good luck,
I
guys.
know. Would you follow him if he started running?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna get their boat.
What?
There's someone else out there.
Is it Claire?
Where's Claire?
Just went for a walk.
What?
Is she okay?
Clearly not.
Get back, Charlie. I know what I'm doing. She's not breathing? Let me help. Let me put that. Come on, Charlie. Okay.
Charlie's a sim.
How do you know she was drowning?
I'll tell you how he knew. That guy sees a future, dude.
So weird.
Charlie is another. Something happened when they hung him.
Wait, what did you say? Simp? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I think he's developed a relationship with Claire.
I
Quite
would say at
obvious.
this
It looks
point-
pretty one-sided, though. No.
At this point.
At this
a
point, I
little
think
bit.
it's better than when she banned him.
She has bangs.
Beautiful.
Yeah, wait, when did she get bangs?
I think this episode.
You undertow described me. I mean, thank you so much for being me.
It's my pleasure.
Desmond's got his own girl. You're fine,
There's no
Charlie.
anything except.
I don't buy this pre-cognitive insanity rubbish. Whatever happened to him, we're gonna have to get him really bloody drunk.
Sawyer is gonna knock you out, Charlie. I feel like this is gonna have.
Sawyer's
horrible
on the whole
repercussions.
other side of the island.
I'm sorry I wasn't more grateful. Thank you for helping Claire not drown. No harm done. Thanks, but no. What kind of whiskey is that? Just said McCutcheon.
He's crazy.
All right then.
I think it's his.
Let's have it.
Oh my
Oh, wow.
gosh.
Set of knockers, she was only the farmer. Let me ask you something.
Anything, pal.
How'd you know Claire was drowning?
I can hear her calling for help. You're like a mile away.
And she was drowning.
I've got good hearing.
You had a lightning as well.
Excuse me.
He might be a mean drunk. You don't know.
Hey, I don't know what you're doing. I think because you turned some key that makes you a hero. No hero, brother. I know how you're doing what it is you're doing, but I know a coward when I see one.
Ooh.
You don't want to know!
You gonna get to see it?
I'll see you in another life, brother.
Do it.
Shut the bus down. Do it.
Do it! What?
Des, are you alright?
Oh, that's
Stay there.
crazy.
Hang on.
I thought it looked like paint, but I was also like, what?
This is my flat.
Mm-hmm. Although, if you want me to feel at home here, you might start calling it our flat.
Or apartment, you lunatics.
What's wrong?
Wait, is this not a flashback? Is this like he traveled?
Nothing.
What if he went from the future backwards?
What? I'm so confused.
108. I love it.
You know you don't really need a job from my father, Des.
I want him to respect me.
But if for some reason he's too daft to see how brilliant you are, it's not the end of the world.
What did you say?
That's not a microwave noise.
You're right.
Yeah, just had a bit of a deja vu, that's all.
Got a parcel here for 8:15.
8:15.
Excuse me.
Mr. Whitmore is ready for you.
Is that a polar bear?
You were an actor, Desmond? You didn't graduate from university.
I had to look after my 3 brothers after my father.
Any military experience?
Those one.
My foundation is sponsoring a solar race around the world. Something wrong?
Oh, he's on a parallel universe.
I know, that's why I was like,
In
parallel
our
universe,
Ministry of
that'd be
Art.
cool.
I came here to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage. We've been together 2 years now, and I love her. Your permission would mean everything to me.
You know anything about whiskey?
No, I'm afraid not, sir.
This is a 60-year McCutcheon, named after Anderson McCutcheon. Admiral McCutcheon was a great man, Hugh. This was his crowning achievement. This swallow is worth more than you could make in a month. To share it with you would be a waste, because you will never be a great man.
What? How do people just say things like that?
I know I'm not.
What you're not is worthy of drinking my whiskey. How could you ever be worthy of my daughter?
This kind of feels like it would be past though because of the like race around the world.
But that's
Yeah.
why it's a parallel universe. He went.
But if it's
past
parallel, wouldn't it be
a
at the same
parallel.
time?
Maybe he jumped back into a parallel universe.
I don't know. This thing is weird. Is that Charlie? Sounds like him. So weird.
Where do I know you from?
I don't know, but I remember if I could get some help.
Can you get some help? You're Charlie. There was a computer, there was a button. We were on an island.
We are on an island, mate. This is England.
No, it was real, man. I remember.
This is why we don't do drugs.
No, I remember this all happened before.
He's one to talk.
And then it started to rain and...
Oh yeah, he jumped back to the past then.
Who could have known that a drenched Scotsman would appear in this rotunda?
What do you know about time travel?
Are you bloody insane?
Just tell me if it's possible. As a physicist, is it possible that I've somehow managed to go back in time and I'm now living my life over again?
That'd be nice.
It's not funny, Oliver. I remember things. What happens next? It doesn't look like that.
Wonderfully convenient.
Like deja vu.
I remember this night. Great Bridge come back from 2 goals down in the final 2 minutes and win this game was a bloody miracle.
Wait, what?
Jimmy Lennon. Cricket bat.
If he says it, if he remembers it, it doesn't happen? Like,
If you love Penny,
what if it still
stop
happens?
messing about and marry her.
This is so weird. Just like everything else on the show.
What did my father say?
Your father was lovely. We just both agreed that I wasn't exactly qualified.
Let me take you out tomorrow. Let's go for lobsters on the pier. My treat.
I don't think my failure to impress your father has any occasion to celebrate.
Well, the occasion is I love you.
Why do you love me?
Because you're a good man.
May I ask your price range?
I'm not a man of means.
I have just the thing.
Lollipop.
Ring pop?
Ring pop.
This
Yeah,
won't
edible.
blind any queens, to be sure, but still has the sparkle of life.
I'll take it.
No, you won't.
What?
This is wrong. You don't buy the ring. You have second thoughts. You walk right out that door.
What?
You don't buy the ring, Desmond.
How do you know my name?
I know your name as well as I know that you don't ask Penny to marry you. Well, breaking her heart, of course, is what drives you to enter that sailing race to prove her father wrong. Which brings you to the island where you spend the next 3 years of your life entering numbers into the computer until you are forced to turn that fail-safe key. And if you don't do those things, Desmond David Hume, every single one of us is dead. So give me that sodding ring.
I would just run.
If she said everyone is dead,
Do you like chestnuts?
He's like, no, but I play bagpipes.
she makes me think of the grandma witch in Halloween
That
Town.
man over there is wearing red shoes. Just thought it was a bold fashion choice, worth noting.
What?
Because he's wearing a full suit. I guess the universe is falling apart.
I'm going to spend the rest of my life with her.
No, Desmond. You're not.
Oh my God. You knew that was going to happen, didn't you? Why didn't you do anything?
Because it wouldn't matter.
What?
Had I warned him about the scaffolding, tomorrow he'd be hit by a taxi. The universe, unfortunately, has a way of course correcting. That man was supposed to die. It's your path to go to the island. You do it because you're supposed to.
I can choose whatever I want.
Pushing that button is the only truly great thing that you will ever do.
What? What is wrong with people?
Very similar to what Mr. Widmore said to him.
I know, that's why I was like, people are mean.
Let's see what we got for you here, eh?
Beautiful marina scene.
Yeah, let's do that.
1, 2.
Oh, this is the picture he has.
He remembers.
I couldn't go through that. I can't do this.
You can't do what?
This relationship. I can't even afford £5 for a bloody photograph. We deserve someone better.
I know what I deserve. I chose to be with you. I love you.
That's not enough.
What's this about, Des? Where's this coming from?
I don't even like red.
What?
Why would you leave your flat, your expensive flat?
Don't do that. Don't you pretend you don't care. If you want me to leave, then don't make this about what I do or don't deserve. Have the decency to admit that you're doing this because you're a coward.
Ooh, that's why Charlie, he just turned around.
We're not supposed to be together. I'm celebrating.
Oh, what's the occasion?
The biggest mistake of my life. I'm pretty sure I've made it before.
That's what they call deja vu, mate.
He got the day wrong.
I was off by a night, I heard the song, and then I can still change it. Jimmy Lennon.
Go, brother!
Oh. Sent him right back. So weird.
Let me go back. Let me go back one more time. I'll do it right. I'll do it right this time. I'm sorry, Penny. I'll change it.
Just by chance, you pitch your little rod outside Claire's tent.
Claire's destined to
12
die.
later, lightning strikes.
Oh. That's why he tried to get her to fix
doing what it is
the
you do, I
roof
know.
and did the lightning rod so she wouldn't be hit and then saved her from drowning. You're right. That's why I said you don't want to know because he knows Claire's gonna die.
You can't change it no matter what you're trying to do. You just can't change it.
Blanket.
Let's get him to his tent.
You're a good man, Charlie.
Oh no.
Sorry I called you a coward.
Claire.
You are going to tell me what happened to you.
When I turned that key, my life flashed before my eyes. Those flashes, they didn't stop.
Saw a flash of Claire drowning this morning. That's how you knew how to save her.
I wasn't saving Claire, Charlie.
What?
I was saving you. Charlie,
Charlie's destined
you
to die?
dove in after Claire. You drowned.
I didn't drown.
When I saw the lightning hit the roof, you were electrocuted.
What?
I
Zola
do it
was
myself,
right,
so you
but
never went
wrong
near.
person.
Tried, but I've tried twice to save you, but the universe has a way of course correcting, and I can't stop it forever. No matter what I try to do, you're gonna die, Charlie.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
That was so crazy.
Craziness. What an episode.
I never thought Charlie was gonna die.
He does
Wow.
seem destined to die with the way that things have worked
So,
out for him on
I
the
gotta
island.
say, from episode 1, you guys have said, Zola, you brought it up in the beginning, like, this dude has avoided death like 3 times. Did you
Oh
remember
my
saying
gosh.
that? You've said that so many times throughout this series, and I think it's cool that you noticed,
You've
and I was
been
like,
like-
I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're saying this. But yeah, okay, so what do you think of the episode in general?
It was really good. Because we got a backstory, but with a twist.
A backstory with a twist, yes. And we knew that kind of happened, I think.
Yeah, because we saw like the boat and him meeting.
And he did go to
Jack.
the army. We saw him in the army briefly. He was
Mhm.
discharged from the army.
Yeah. And we knew like why his boat crashed on the island and stuff.
Yeah, it was cool to
But
see.
all
it.
of that's really interesting. And like, it's so mean that 2 people told him he's not great. And then he'll never
Not a
be
great man. Yeah. One in particular said that the
But-
only thing he's ever going to be great at is pushing that button.
Yeah. But Penny's obviously still looking for him. Because,
Yes,
well,
we do know
and we
that.
knew that they kind of worked it out because he went on to like try and impress her dad, and she found him and was like upset because they were
At the running.
yeah
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. So it's not completely hopeless. We know that she had plans to be married But then we also know at the end of season 2.
Do you think he'll have a flash of like Penny trying to find him?
Yeah, if he keeps seeing these flashes of Charlie dying, who knows
Or
what
does
else?
he only see flashes of who's about to die?
Yeah, that's interesting. Hassan and Zola, thoughts?
Honestly, that episode was because like it was just Desmond's backstory, which is cool.
Yeah.
But then just leading up to tell us that Charlie's gonna die sooner or later.
Yeah, but we also know he can see the future officially.
Yeah, I guess that's cool.
But I see what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah.
For me, it's one of my favorites because I think Desmond and Penny are
Yeah.
just
Penny.
Oh,
the girl. That's
Desmond,
right.
Yeah. I like them as a couple, and I just like seeing their story.
Yeah.
So originally, he just didn't propose and took on his father's challenge, right?
That's a good question. I think everything, in my opinion,
It all went down the same way.
It all went down, yeah. Like, because he didn't end up proposing earlier either. Remember, like, yeah, they were already broken up when we saw their flashback before.
I see.
So I kind of think he like the woman's, like the ring lady said, like
It's
He
gonna
said he had
happen.
second thoughts.
yeah, and it's gonna happen no matter what you. And so he kind of like embraced that at the end, and kind of sounded like John Locke a little bit. And he was like, "This is what I'm supposed to do." And
As soon as he challenged it.
yeah,
This whole episode kept my attention because there were like weird things where I'm like, this is probably foreshadowing. Like when she was like, the red shoes, and I was like, what does that mean? What's gonna happen? And then 5 seconds later he dies, and you're like, oh my gosh.
yeah. And then he got the night wrong in his predictions. Yeah, just a cool insight into Desmond's story. And Charlie's gonna die.
Who's surprised though?
Yeah, I think
Charlie's
the
on
writers
the
didn't
chopping
know how
block.
to recover from his character undeveloped.
You think the writers didn't know how to? That's a bold statement. Bold statement.
If he actually does die, I feel like they didn't know how to recover from his character undevelopment.
In season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I am glad though because I've been waiting to get some closure on that explosion, and I'm still not satisfied. But
It's a little more. We get
it's
little
a
bits and
more,
pieces.
because I'm like, we moved away from that so abruptly. Like
Yeah.
the fact that no one kept questioning that is absurd.
Mm-hmm.
But also a lot of weird things happen on this island, so I guess I get it. But
Yeah, but we've
And
gotten little tidbits here and there. Like Tom said, like ever since.
I just
Scott
want to know what
report.
happened to like Echo and Charlie and John
Mhm.
Locke like immediately after. Like,
Mm,
why did no one talk about that?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's funny, Zola, about the writers and stuff. I didn't even realize that they didn't develop his character season
I think
2.
they developed it,
No,
but
I'm saying
backwards.
undevelopment. Like
Yeah.
he started out well, it was going good, and then it just went.
Like we
I
got
think-
a lot of his backstory.
Well, no, honestly, I
stuff.
think it was developing. Just in that he as a character was spiraling down as a person.
Yeah, so I
Um,
feel like a lot of people were not so much fans of him. So
Ah.
like I feel like
at this point,
writing
yeah.
a story
But do the
to
writers actually
recover
like
him.
cater to the viewers that much?
I don't know. I just feel like the writers themselves. I feel like if you're the writer, you write all that, and then you're like, huh,
Now they hate
how
him.
do I recover from this?
You
You know,
he
like
dies.
yeah, I'm just gonna kill him. You know, like I'm not saying that's what they did because I don't know if they're gonna kill him actually.
Yeah.
But if they do,
But also, you've even been saying the whole series that
He's
he's,
been avoiding
death.
It's
So that
true.
means it was planned.
maybe.
It's a good question.
What if Charlie's superpower is freak luck?
Like,
Freak luck.
Yeah, like
So like, and it
Like
goes bats
Harley?
with Desmond's
with
like death.
oh yeah, we already have someone. Like that.
No, this is bad luck.
that's the
what he
only
thinks.
reason Charlie's lived so long. Well, actually, bad things happen to people around her.
Around Hurley, yeah,
So
because
never
of his
mind.
good luck. He's like a good luck sucker.
He avoided death by being strangled by Ethan too. Jack saved
I
him.
know. It's so
He's just had a lot of
crazy.
brushes with.
That John Locke punch really could have knocked him out
It was a
forever.
punch or a backhand? I can't remember.
I don't
I went back and
remember.
looked. It was a full-on punch.
Oh yeah, okay.
Whew.
Couple of them actually.
Yikes.
Any other thoughts about that episode?
No.
Not really.
I'm
Nothing?
like,
So
it's
then-
like
then
progressively
Desmond
less
actually-
liking it. Like
I
down
know.
the
It's one of
line,
my faves.
it's
for
like your
sure.
favorite. I really liked it, so I was like, it was, and
And
Sam's
Sam's like,
it's not
it's just
good.
Charlie's gonna die. That's the summary.
And Desmond's backstory. And hey, question: does that mean Desmond actually met Charlie in real life?
Yeah.
Basket?
Yeah. Which is
Oh.
weird that, I mean, like...
So how come they don't know each other?
I know.
No, they probably just didn't notice each other. I mean,
It was
I'm
like
sure
5
that you've
years.
seen like people randomly busking and you don't remember them.
But like I would remember someone that made a statement like that while I was busking,
I
and then
know.
and it rained, and then it starts raining.
I
I'm
feel like if I were Charlie, I would remember
no,
Desmond.
I don't think he did that the initial time though.
But yeah,
That
then I
is up
was
for
trying
grabs
to
here.
remember, like, I was trying to think, like, but did that actually happen? Like, because even though like she kept saying like it's destined to happen, I feel like he did change some stuff because he told his friend about the situation.
I think he.
There was a tidbit. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you. Sorry, you go ahead.
There was a tidbit before his friend said when Desmond was walking in.
Yeah.
His friend was talking to another friend and said,
Yep.
if you do the same experiment 10 times, there will be 10 different outcomes.
Ah,
And he said, like, how could I have known there was a drenched Scotsman arriving in the
Yeah.
rotunda? It's a great line. Yeah, that was a little tidbit. I'm glad you picked up on that. I don't know where I sit on this, but I want to say that it happened the exact same way in the past. That's where I lean, but I could
So you
see him
think
changing. Maybe that
Charlie
conversation
would?
with Charlie. I think Charlie
Yeah.
maybe in his memory has that somewhere. Maybe not though. I don't know exactly where I said. Let us know in the comments what you think. Did Desmond change anything, small things? Because as we know from the Ring Lady, the universe is going to course correct itself as it somewhat did.
So
But
confusing.
let us know if you think he changed anything. Because you have to think, like, is he changing stuff with when he's saving Charlie all these times? Like,
Yeah.
if he sees Charlie die, then
Yeah.
he saves him. He's
Well,
changing.
but the lady explained, like, if I told him about the scaffolding, he'd live, but then
still
this
die.
would happen.
So, like,
and this would happen.
the outcome remains the same, but
the way that it happens.
So then the
can
question
change.
is life the journey or the end?
Yes! What a great way to wrap up this conversation.
Oh my God.
Is life about the climb, as Miley Cyrus says? Or is it
It's a climb.
the end? We'll see. Is Lost about the journey or about the end? Will you decide?
I think it's about the journey.
You know, I think they called it lost not because they're lost on the island, but because I'm always lost. I have no idea what's happening.
I can tell you
ever.
why they call it Lost. In fact, I was just watching this thing
Is
about
it
it.
an acronym?
No, it's because these characters are lost. Like, emotionally. Not because they're lost on the island.
So it's
Bravo.
lost in 3 ways.
Bravo.
Lost audience, lost on the island,
Lost
lost
characters.
soul.
Yeah. There you go. That's great. A multi-purpose title. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We are further ahead in season 3. We're gonna watch the next one, I think. And
Yes.
thank you guys for subscribing on Patreon too. We love our patron supporters, and you can watch our full episodes a couple weeks ahead. Yeah. Thank you so much. This has been Lost on the Couch. See you next time. Bye.